Hi, Matt, product specialist here at Freeform Fabrication. Here to do another laser engraving tutorial, and today we're going to engrave some text on this ring. So the first step is to measure the ring. So to start, we're going to do on the outside of this ring. So we get that measurement, 20.22 in this case. So once we've got that measurement, we can then measure the width of the band as well. It's 4.77. So once we've done that, we can go into the laser and ring text mark menu. So the first thing, you'll see a few settings. There's not many you need to worry about. The main one is this ring inside, ring diameter and ring height. The length will not change anything at all. The angle won't change anything. You can leave all of these parts as they are, other than the ring diameter, ring height and ring inside. So firstly, we're starting with the outside. So we untick that because we don't want it to rotate as if it's the inside. We click on ring diameter, and that's where we put in the diameter, 20.22, and the ring height was 4.77 as it is there. So once we've done that, we actually go to quit out of this menu, and if you zoom in and out on your mouse or use this icon, you can see the box changes, and that now matches the outside of the ring we're engraving on. So once we've done that, we can then format our text really easily to fit this ring. So just in the bottom left here, you can see where to type in. You can choose your font and everything, like as in the video that we've done on text. So let's type in Freeform Fabrication. And now we can see, once we've pressed C to center it in the workspace, you can see it's a bit too big for the ring that we're working on. So that's when we'll just drag and drop. Of course, you can measure it. We could drag and drop to the right size like this, or you can, if you know the size that you want the engraving to be, you can change the size on here. I personally prefer just to drag and drop and make it the size I'm looking for. So once we've done that, we can hatch it. So the settings can be the same as any other type of engraving. Doesn't need to be really any deeper unless you're going to really heavily polish it. But that is all covered in the hatching video. Just make sure that the hatch 1 and hatch 2 match, so that the cleaning cycle is perfectly following the engraving passes. So again, once we've done that, we've hatched it. Now we go back into that menu we were in before, the ring laser and then ring text mark. And just double check those settings again. Ring inside isn't selected, ring diameter is 20.22, ring height is 4.77. That's exactly as it was before. Now we can load this ring on the Rotary device. So to do the outside of the ring, we put the pins on the inside and then bring those out until it's tight. Doesn't need to be really tight. Like, we don't want to make this slip that we're trying to do it so tight, but just tight enough that the ring's not going to move at all. Now we want to get the laser in focus on the top of this ring. So you can see the two dots here. We just want to move the rotary back until one of those dots is on the ring. Once we've done that, we can adjust that focus. Oh, it's perfect anyway, but we'll take it out, and you see the two dots. We want them to be perfectly over the top of each other. So that's when we adjust that focus until it's spot on. If you've been engraving a flat object, you might have to adjust it quite a lot. If you've been engraving the inside of a ring, you'll have to adjust it again. Every ring is slightly different, so it's always worth just coming in, checking the focus, moving it out and moving it back in, just to 100% make sure it's in the right place. So once you've got the ring in focus and you've got the ring on the Rotary device, you can now preview, and you do that using this red F1. You need to do that within the ring text mark menu. If you do it outside of the ring text mark menu, you'll get a block. It'll try and engrave it as a flat object. So that's why you really need to make sure you're doing it within the ring text mark menu. So when you preview within this, you can preview each letter individually. So you get your first letter on there, And that's when you can just make sure that the font is in the right place. So make sure that that F is bang in the center of that ring. In this case, an F anyway, of course. Then you can preview each letter individually. Obviously, freeform fabrication is quite a long thing to engrave, but it's just by doing that you can make sure it's staying in the center of the engraving the whole way around. Once you've done that and you're happy with the position, you know it's all good, that's when you can press mark and you're good to go. So again, double check the focus. You can move the pipe as close as you can. You're not going to collect loads of dust using the vacuum pipe on a ring engraving, but you will get the fumes at least. So when it engraves, it'll do one letter at a time. It'll engrave the whole depth on each letter as you go. So now, once you've done that engraving, you can test to see if it's deep enough. So just have a feel. Might be hot. Rings will always be hotter than flat objects. Just go, that's not really deep enough. If you start it again, it'll engrave in exactly the same place with the same amount of passes. Just keep going and doing that until you feel it's deep enough for you. When you're first starting out, just do less passes, and then you'll get a feeling for how deep you want it to be. So just do 2 passes at a time, say, and then you'll get a rough idea of how many passes you want to do. Especially after you've polished it, you'll see how deep it is. So we've engraved the outside of this ring. It's looking great. It's nice and deep. We're really happy with it. What we can now do is measure the inside, or engrave the inside of the ring, sorry. So we can measure the inside here. So we're going to engrave the inside of the same ring, but we do need to measure the inside diameter. So that's when we're looking at about 19 mil, bang on. And the important thing, the width of the band or the ring height will be the same. The important thing is to remember to check the ring inside box. Otherwise your engraving will go the wrong way around the inside of the ring. So again, we can come out of this menu, just make sure that that's not going to be too big for the inside of this ring. We can reduce it a touch. Remember, when you change the size of something that's already hatched, always remember to press apply, just to reset that hatch. Now we go back into this menu. So to do an inside ring engraving, we need to have the pins on the outside of the ring. And I'm trying to hold it. And just move those down. Make sure it's nice and flat against the back of the pins there. And again, make sure it's tight enough without being too tight. Then we just need to lift this handle to loosen the rotary, and then tilt that back until you get to 20 degrees is the ideal angle that you want to use. You can feel it on the rotary, like there's grips on each number, and just tighten that so it stays on 20 degrees. And again, making sure that 2 dots are perfectly overlapped. So you can see there, 1 dot, just move it a bit further away and come in, and just make sure that those 2 dots are overlapping perfectly. So the next point again is to preview. So we use the red, again, don't use the outside menu, don't use these ones here. We need to use the menu, the ring text mark menu when you preview. And you press red on here. And again, just make sure that that is nice and central. If you find that the ring is a really fine shank, or you've got a large setting, so then you can't see the whole of the F or the whole of your first letter when you're going to engrave it, that's when you can try using a bigger angle or a smaller angle depending on what works. If you can preview it fully, then you can do the whole engraving. But if you can't, then you need to adjust the angle to 25, maybe even 30 degrees. But just when you do that, just consider it's going to be quite a steep angle on the inside of your ring. So if that's too steep, you can keep the engraving nice and thin, ideally, to keep it to the center of the ring so it's not going to go too far out of focus if you're having to use a bigger angle. Also, what we can do now is black marker trick, which will help you do the engraving in the right place. So sometimes on the inside of a 2mm band, it's really difficult to see the exact place the engraving is going to go just by using the preview. On a ring like what we've got here, it's nice and easy. I'll probably engrave that straight away. But on a fine band, it's really difficult to see that if you're in the exact right place, especially if it's quite a shiny one. So that's when what you can do is grab a black marker pen. If you're looking to do this, what I tend to do is preview the first letter and paint that in black marker. Then what I'll do is move that preview, and by pressing previous, and do the last letter. Then I can paint the whole inside of that ring with the marker pen. So now you've got the whole of that inside of ring with the marker pen. What we can do is come out of this menu and go into the hatch. And what we want to do is disable hatch 1 by unticking enable, and you'll see everything goes grey. Once you've done that, you'll see you've only got the cleaning cycle activated. And what that's going to do is burn off the marker pen and leave a little like silhouette or hologram or whatever you want to call it of your engraving on the inside of that ring, which will allow you to physically check that we're in the right place. So I'm going to do that first. Also, by previewing on the inside of the ring, you can also make sure you're not going to go over the hallmark. So you can just physically move the ring to avoid the hallmark. So by previewing the first letter, move the ring, avoid, and have it starting next to the hallmark or away from the hallmark, and just make sure that when you do each letter, it's not going to go over the hallmark. So we can now engrave this, and it's just going to be really quick and burn off that marker pen, which will leave behind a nice silhouette for me to check. You can turn off the lights on the side of the nano, on the 1 and 2, and just check that we're in the right place. I think that looks pretty good to me. So now what I need to do is go to the quit menu again, go back into the hatch, re-enable hatch 1, then go back into the menu, and it's going to into the laser and then ring text mark menu, and then it's going to engrave in exactly the same place as that silhouette. So have a look, check the depth, check you're happy with it. Obviously bear in mind it might be quite warm. And there it is. And that is engraving the inside and the outside of a ring. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.